It's just 3 sentences, and that's all it needs.
Epic. I'm ready.
Previously on Curse of Strahd, you all found yourself in a manor called Argynvostholt, guarded by a stone statue of a silver dragon. Inside, Amadeus was both tortured and interrogated about the location of the holy symbol, which he had passed off to his sister, Annalee. After being tortured, Adrian, the were-raven, left, leaving just the rest of his family who disagreed with his methods and sought to bring you into the family, because as you are now turning into a were-raven as of this night at the full moon, you must therefore become a Markov, as tradition mandates. At the same time, the previous night yielded unfavorable results, especially for one Rillirn, who, in fighting some undead revenant, was pulled back into the void. And the next morning, when they found his body sitting atop a throne, something strange was in his eyes, and they could tell he wasn't just Rillirn anymore, but there was something else inside him. After talking to Esmeralda, you determined that Rillirn was somehow possessed by the ghost of this undead revenant, and he must be excised immediately. As coincidence would have it, the one place that anyone can think of would be the Church of St. Andrew's in Vallaki, which you've been to before, and whom you don't have the most favorable relationship with its father, Father Lucian. You are returning to the city now by means of a carriage, and we'll start there. You ride along this old rickety road, the wagon wheels churning. You hear the as they squelch through mud. The whole wagon heaves left and right. Esmeralda, you can hear her yelling at the horses, "Hey, keep straight!" The wagon continues ever onward as it begins to pour rain. The three of you sit in this wagon, each of you much different than you once were upon arrival to Barovia. Do you do anything while you're riding in this wagon?
What the heck?
You sit
Why
there
are
in
you
silence for
laughing?
some time. Well, I make sure that this is still rolling. After sitting there, Amadeus, you begin to sit in contemplation of you're getting married tonight. You never saw that coming, and yet you're merely, what time is it? It's hard to tell. You're riding on this road. It'll take you think maybe about 5 hours to get back. That leaves you maybe 3-4 hours before 6 when you're expected to stand at the altar. You continue on this road just in silence, and eventually through the trees you round the bend, and coming into sight is that walled palisade of the town of Vallaki. Sitting there, cold and gray in the far distance, as you ride ever closer to it. You come up to the gate, and the guard seats you. It's not the normal guard.
Thank God.
He goes and stands to his feet, recognizing it to be a Vistani wagon. He looks down. Who goes there? Esmeralda turns back. This is as far as I go.
Thank you
look deceive.
Thank you.
And you?
Thank you.
She comes to the back, opens up the door. Best of luck. She step out, she closes the door behind you, and Hurley walks around the wagon, climbs on top of the bench. The whole thing needs to turn. She rides off. Yes.
I made sure to grab the horses before we left.
Yes,
So
the
they're
horses were
untied.
behind you, yeah.
Yeah.
So after the horses were untied.
What are you doing now?
No, I made sure, guys. Don't
You're
worry.
left there standing now outside the walled palisade. You have 2 horses there behind you, and the guard still staring over, watching the wagon ride off. You catch ride with Vistani?
Just for a quick ride to town.
Unfavorable folk. Wouldn't trust their likes.
We weren't left many options.
Fair enough. He goes back to the gate. And that gate rises. He allows you to enter.
I start walking in.
Follow behind you.
And do you take the horses? Okay. You're leading a chain, 2 horses behind you. So he kind of looks over in bewilderment. You can tell he's eyeing those horses. There's something. So you continue to walk past. Oi! What them horses cost you? He's
None of
looking
your
at you.
business.
See, I think it might just be my business. We've had horse thieves around here. Where'd you get these horses?
Here.
You pays for them?
In a way.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
so sus.
Roll persuasion.
In a way.
In a way.
Oh,
Just say yes.
Lie. Sweet. 20. Not nat, but
What way?
we're bringing them back.
What's that supposed to mean? You just took them without asking?
No. We talked to the owner and the stable boy as well.
We'll have to see about that.
we did do.
Gary! Gary, walk these down to the stable.
We don't have
Why? They might be the horse thieves. All right. You see this man kind of dressed, he's very skinny, very gaunt, as he walks kind of out in his oversized leather helm, spear in hand, clacking on the cobblestones as he walks toward you. Right then, we go into the stables. Come on. He kind of walks down the road, like in front of you. Do you follow him?
Garrett, we have other business to attend to. Would you mind bringing these to the stable, since you're heading that way?
I'm not some messenger boy. I'm just here to walk you to the stable and make sure you pay for these horses.
Why not take them yourself?
Take on myself. Why take on myself? Why would I take on myself? I'm on guard duty. These are your horses, so you say?
Well, you're supposed to walk us to the stables. Why not take the horses as well?
Yeah, we'll take the horses,
We
but
have
I'm
a
also
very,
taking
very,
you.
we need to go see the father. We have important business to see him about.
Yeah, you see him after you take the horses back. Come on, let's go.
Can't you just take them? You're already going that way. Otherwise, stay in the
I'm
back.
going that way because you're going that way. We're going that way.
We'll go with
Let's
you.
take the horses. Yes.
This is
Fine.
going nowhere right now.
Okay, you walk through these streets. He kind of walking in front of you. He looks back ever so often, make sure you're still following him. So you continue walking across that
This
street.
guy sucks. I'm gonna kill him.
All right. As you arrive, you think it's roughly around maybe 3 o'clock in the afternoon. You have about 3 hours before you're supposed to be back at church. As you walk through these streets, he's walking kind of slow, making sure that you're keeping up with him. But eventually you make it across town. The stables come into sight. You walk with him right up to the stables?
Do we see the kid up there? What's his name?
Right now you do not. It's raining pretty bad, so no one's outside.
Just continue
We
forward.
walk up to the stable?
Yep.
We drop off.
Alright, you walk up to the stables there. He goes, alright, just you wait out here, I'll go in and I'll see what all this is about. He goes up to the top of the steps there, looking back over his shoulder. Steps in the door. You hear it just close behind him.
Alright.
Run. To the church.
Running.
To the church.
Yep.
Guys, it's
Nice.
Alright, everyone roll for dexterity.
Go.
Let's take the
Run.
Roll for dex.
No shot him.
17.
Oh god.
I'm
Five.
scared
You
of
got
that.
8.
17, I'm out, baby.
Alright.
Should have cast like
She books
Spawn
it.
Cloud.
Okay, before you make it out of sight, you're bolting down that road.
Quick now before he says something.
You hear the door unlatch as you're running, and he goes, "Oi! Get back here!" Yeah, you're
God.
booking it.
Sweet.
You're far off down the road, but he definitely saw you run. You kind of hear him like in a rushed voice, like he might be coming after you, but you book it down that road.
Yes.
And died.
Yeah, okay, so you continue down kind of the main street of Vallaki. You end up coming to that main crossroads there where the Blue Water Inn is. Where are you headed?
What time is it?
It's roughly, what did I say, 2:30. Now it's probably 2:45.
Is he? Can you see him now, or is he like you can't even see him?
You kind of look over your shoulder and you don't see him.
Should we go to the tavern to hide?
Yeah, let's just.
Oh, I'm going to the church.
To the church right now?
I still have to have the
That's
exorcism.
fair.
Okay,
going to
we're
the
going
church.
to church.
We're going to church.
Right.
Like,
We are.
might not take precedence for you, but
Fair enough. Let's go.
You continue down that road until you can hear the bells off in the distance as you come closer. You step inside, pushing open those oak doors. You walk right inside and you see there's just still a good amount of people gathered even during the day. Some of them kind of drenched, just drying their clothes in the vestibule. Small partition in between the church and the main foyer area. You look around and you see the father standing over by a pew. He's talking to a young man. He's sitting there just nodding his head fervently.
Am I going to see that?
It's okay. Yeah, I understand.
I walk up to the father and tap him on the shoulder.
He turns and
May we speak with you for a minute?
pardon me, one moment, please. This way. He goes and walks up the steps, past the stone sarcophagus that makes place of the altar, and then turns into the side room where sleeping quarters are. He opens that door there and come in, please. Are you following him, or you
I'll
let him
follow.
kind of go into? Okay. All right, where are you in all this?
I just sat down on the pew.
Okay. The two of you step inside. He closes that door. What is it?
Have you been able to find the bones?
No. There's no sighting, no. They are lost, I'm sure of it. It's only a matter of time. Why have you come?
favor to ask of you.
What favors?
Are you aware of how to perform an exorcism?
Why are you asking this question?
Because we need one performed. Soon, in fact. As quickly as you can do it.
He stands back, walks around the other side of his desk, puts his hands firmly on the back of his chair, and who might this exorcism need to be performed on?
Me.
You come back into this holy place and you desecrate it. Why do you think you need an exorcism?
Because I believe that I have been possessed by a revenant spirit. A manner, what was it called? Argenbastel.
You went to Argenbastel.
We had to save our friend.
At some point, when a child continues to place his hand on the stove and burn himself, what do you do with said child? Over and over again. Do you like the pain? It not just brings you harm, but once again you endanger everything that we have built here. You come into this place. Does anyone know?
Just us.
No one else. The sickness follows you and your friends. 2 of you now. I do not know what to do about this. We cannot perform an exorcism here.
Then where?
You tell me.
Could it be performed at the tavern?
The tavern? The Blue Water Inn?
Indeed.
The place is vacant. Why to break into someone's tavern?
We've been granted access.
I suppose it might be. I am busy tonight. I hear, well, some of you are less fortunate. It seems that others of you are, well, congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
Can you not do it before the ceremony?
Yeah, is it possible at all?
There's
Do you
3
think,
hours.
Do you think this is an easy thing you ask me to do?
I understand that it is not, but is it going to take that long to where you can't do it beforehand?
There is no say how long it will take, or if it will even take. You ask much. More than you've already taken.
What else have we taken?
I know about your little scheme with the Wachters. Do not think me a fool.
What did we do with them?
I know about the communion. Water. Very good. I don't know what sort of potion you slipped me. And I don't know the purpose of it. I don't think I want to know the purpose of it. But you ask far too much. If I do this for you, it will be under the cover of night after my duties are performed. Now, we have things to prepare. The Martikars have paid much, made a generous donation to this establishment so that this will be a proper wedding. These guests will need a place to stay. There have been some houses that have opened themselves to them for this evening. It will be vacated, of course, as per their request. I am not sure how much you know this, but the wedding is 6 o'clock. You will be here at 5:30, yes?
Understood.
And I do this not for you, I do this for my namesake as a priest of the morning lord. I will see you after the ceremony, once night has fallen, at your place of choosing. Though I do believe the Blue Water Inn is going to be house to a reception of sorts afterwards.
Just learning as I go. So
Very well. So you may want to wait till after the festivities have died down. Screaming, undying spirits are well. they
Could
are
we not do
to
it
be
here
forgotten.
afterwards then?
I will not have it done in this church. If someone were to hear a spirit inside this church, they would know that it's no longer hallowed ground.
Why would you have done it normally then? If somebody had been.
We would bring them into this church, and the Holy Spirit that lied within those bones of Saint Andrew would have driven the spirit from this place. That was before.
Who did you say was watching the bones again?
Watching the bones.
Who knows about them? Who keeps track of them? There's obviously Yeska.
Milivoj, the Jeske told me. He trusted Milivoj. He thought that maybe telling him his neat little secret would grant him some sort of favor with the older boy. I do not know. Milivoj did know about the bones. I talked to him. He's a good boy. He did not take them.
You're certain.
I'm certain of this. Milivoj is a good boy. There will be no reason for it.
have you questioned him about it?
I have extensively, yes.
Do you know where we can find him?
I believe he is out in the graveyard now. He should be digging.
Excellent.
Thank you for your time. See you again later.
Yes, he is. He walks you up to the door, and behind you kind of closes the door. You step out. Are you just sitting on a pew?
God, that priest.
So arrogant.
Yeah, you sit there just in contemplation of things that have happened, but you sit still uneasy at being in this place of worship. You're not really sure why, but you think deep down you know it has something to do with your condition. You see them exit that room, looking frustrated, turning to each other.
Okay, stand up and I meet you guys. What happened?
He's willing to perform it at least, but he's not willing to do it until after the wedding.
After
After the
festivities
Everything.
as well.
I see.
so who knows how late it could be. And he's
Well, we still have some time. I don't want to get back here till 5:30, apparently.
yes.
Obvious to me.
I do not blame his caution, but at least he is going to perform it.
But, do you want to go talk to Milivoj? We have time while he's here. Great.
Yes, I do. I'm worried about this place actually.
Hmm.
Don't know how safe it will be tonight.
Why do you say that?
It could even be later on. I don't know. But I had a vision about this place the other day. It was in flames. People were burning and screaming.
Seems like something we should know.
don't.
Maybe we should call the wedding off.
Well, the problem is I don't know when it will happen. I
Maybe
understand the
cold feet,
caution.
Amadeus?
You also just don't want to, so.
I never said that.
I can tell.
Didn't seem like I had much of a choice.
Yes.
You really didn't, but this
if
is a
we
choice
can-
that was made and your word.
I know.
Indeed. If we can at least find the bones, though, then maybe it's safe. But we have very little time. I doubt we could actually find them in time.
Well, we have a little bit of time to kill, so
Yes, maybe it'll even increase our favor with this town if we can do this. We haven't exactly been great boons to them.
let's also keep a cautious eye of
If anything, we can go see Lady
stable
Buckner.
peepers.
I would actually love to see Lady Vokter. I'd love to see Lady Vokter soon.
I think she would help maybe our status in the town as well.
That would be good.
That's true.
So
She
you can
has a
talk
lot
to
of
him, and
knowledge.
if it is a dead end, we can go maybe see her.
Yes.
What time is it now?
It is roughly 3:30.
Gosh, yeah, we're gonna have to
We got 2 hours.
track time. Okay. Yes. Should we maybe split up then? One person goes to Vokter, somebody else talks to Milivosh.
I can go to Buckner.
You want us all to split up?
I mean, 2 to 1.
Oh, okay.
I'm not saying everybody.
That's what I, yeah, no, I agree.
I don't know. There's no third option for us
You
to
should
go and
go to-
explore.
You should go to Wagner. We will go to Milwaukee.
So we'll meet you at Vokter's house after we're done here. I don't expect this to take very long.
Sounds good to me.
You ready?
No.
Go interrogate the kid.
Two of you, you are going to the graveyard?
Yeah.
Okay. You do see there is a side door that you'd be able to exit and enter into the graveyard.
We'll go through that then.
As you move towards that door, you are going to Lady Vokter's house. Okay. You exit the church here, returning back the way you came. You look down the streets, it's still mostly empty as it continues to rain. You make your way down that road there.
Can I put my cloak or my hood on? Because I have a cloak. I just want to put my hood on.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, that
in
rain
case.
rolling down. You walk down that road for some time, eventually turning at the main crossroads at the center of town. Left and then a right. You make your way to that old, fanciful house with the balcony wreathed still in flowers. Most of them have died, turned brown, and many soured petals lay over the steps as you walk up to that house. There are still lights on, and from a window, you do see a face kind of looking out, and then turning back to a book, still peeking over. You walk up to that front door.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
As soon as you get there, it opens just.
Hello.
Are you expected? It's Ernst.
Hello, Ernest. Family.
It's Ernst.
Ernest.
Ernst.
Ernst.
Say it.
Ernst. Okay.
Are you expected?
No.
Alright, come on in.
Thank you.
I'll let you inside. The room seems a little bit colder than before, but there are still candle lights on. It's growing later in the day, now roughly around 4. You step inside and he goes treading up those steps leading up to the veranda, just all creaking as he turns around a corner. He's gone for some time. Do you do anything? You want to look around or?
Can I go to the library? Isn't
Sure.
it right there?
Yeah, there's on one side there's a sort of lobby, parlor area that does have a series of books, and then on the other side you remember that there's like a vast expansive library.
I'll go to the parlor.
Okay. As you kind of step over and around the corner, you see 3 people, 2 women, heads buried in books, and one man who kind of sits there, just leaned up against one of the bookshelves, pondering. Each of them look posed as if they're kind of watching you and just waiting and don't really know what to do with themselves.
Mm-hmm. Is there like an empty seat?
There are, yes. So there are 2 chairs that these 2 are sitting in. He's leaned up against a wall. There is a love seat and then another chair surrounding a sort of ottoman.
I'll go sit down on the love seat.
Okay. Yeah. You sit down and they all kind of just you catch one blonde hair done up in kind of a fanciful bun that wraps over her head and kind of leans a little bit. She eyeballs you for a second and then goes back down to her book that she's reading. You can tell just by the way her eyes are looking past the book that she is not reading.
I'm just gonna sit there very politely, not say anything.
After a moment, you do hear, "Oh, darling! Oh, darling, where are you? Oh, there you are!" She comes down the steps very daintily. "I see you've made yourself at home."
Hello, good to see you again.
"Hello." She goes to your hair and brushes it back just a little bit. "Why have you come to visit me?"
Well, we are back in town, and I just wanted to come see how you were,
"I am delighted."
how you were doing, and just wanted to come see you.
"Well, back in town from where?"
We had quite the adventure. We went to get Amadeus. Unfortunately, he was.
Shoo. You watch the others as they kind of just close their books and walk together kind of hurriedly out of the room, and then kind of turn left, one of them looking back as they exit. "Sorry, you were saying? Please sit." And then she goes and takes a seat, throwing out her gown.
Thank you. We've had a series of events happen to us since we've left. We were at Ravenloft.
That is Castle Ravenloft. Argenvost.
Argenvost. Guys, his names are hard, okay? Argenvost. Hold.
Yes, Vost Holt.
Argenvost Holt.
Nailed it, yes.
Thank you.
Oh, really? It sounds quite adventurous. You know it is haunted, of course.
We found that out.
You
Yes,
did?
we did.
You saw some ghosts.
We did.
Exciting.
We fought one, actually. A revenant.
Really?
One of our companions, Rillirn, is actually needing to be, he was is possessed by one. So that is happening. Amadeus is also getting married tonight at 6 o'clock.
Darling, you are hitting me left and right. Possession, marriage, I love it. Tell me more.
Yes, so a lot has happened. The wedding is tonight at 6 at the church.
Yes.
Yes.
No, I won't ask.
What?
No, I do love a wedding.
Do you want to come?
Are you able to invite?
Yes. Would you like to come?
Wait, how can you?
Well, let me see. Yes, I will come, absolutely.
Perfect.
Goodness, what will I wear? She stands up.
I didn't know.
Okay, sorry. Yes, did you have more to tell me?
What has been happening here? How have you been?
Oh, I've been quite well. Much has been happening. This town is alive and buzzing, and I can feel it. Well, as you know, Vargas, he had a bit of an accident, falling from his window, as you know. Isaac has been nowhere to be seen, and sure by the day, the people are falling in love. It seems that, well, it won't be long now before you're looking at the next burgomaster.
Wonderful.
Yes.
I'm sure this town will be much better with you as a leader. Yes. Well.
Forgive me, but are you wearing... do you have a gown picked out?
I do not.
My dear, it would be my privilege to take you about town. Will you let me?
All right.
And your brother, is he already dressed?
No, he's not.
Well, we must fetch him as well. And I assume. I can't assume. Is the wizard? Is he coming as well?
He is coming as well. He seems in his right mind as of now.
He does wear fancy enough clothes, but I'm not sure they're fit for a wedding. Maybe we just best all go shopping.
You're too kind.
Yes, I am. But that's not for me to say. I suggest you go fetch them. I can send Ernst. You stay here.
They
I'll
should
send
be on
Ernst.
their way, actually. They're just talking to someone, and then they said they would be on their way after.
Oh.
So we
Alright.
can just relax and
Of course.
wait for them to come.
Very well. Ernst! Ernst! She goes and picks up a bell off the ottoman. Ding, 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 ding. Ernst, please, fetch us some biscuits. Yes, and tea.
Yeah, what's this
Oh,
one?
thank you. She goes, turns back, places the bell back down. Now, we will go to you.
I love her. I love
my
her.
God.
I'm trying to act not as fancy as she, but she's great. I like just like, okay.
So funny.
I just love her. She's great.
I almost wish I just went there instead.
I know, I'm regretting my decision.
Yeah, come on, she's
We're getting
so
Bill
great.
Bush. Fuck, they're
Saeed.
boys.
Meanwhile,
Alright.
the two of you step out of St. Andrew's Church into the soft, kind of muddy green-brown earth of the graveyard. It's by no means even, though it is flat. There's kind of rolls, sod, as if graves have been dug up, reburied so many times that the care has sort of gone out of the craft. You see far off across the graveyard, there's a boy, maybe 16, with dark black hair down over his eyes as he continues to dig.
Oh, dude. I think it's my damage.
What's your intimidation?
Plus 2. I go.
-1, so.
Yeah,
Oh my
don't even speak.
That's why I was making sure.
What do you do?
Hey! Amadeus. If you wouldn't mind, I think I'm going to take the lead on this one.
What?
I think I have a good idea on how to get information out of him.
No, go right ahead. But if you need me, you let me know.
Of course. Alright. I walk up to the kid. Excuse me. May I speak with you for just a moment?
He stops digging for a moment. You got someone else I'm supposed to bury?
No, just wanted to ask you a few questions actually, if you don't mind.
Alright. Questions about what?
I have questions about the bones. The bones of St. Andrew?
How'd you hear about the bones of St. Andrew?
The father told me.
How'd you know I know?
I have my ways.
I assume he told you to. He already asked me all the questions. I don't know how to help you.
Have you ever seen them yourself?
Well, it was late one night. There's no one else left in the church, and that's not usual. So Jeska thought he'd tell me his secret. Father Lucian, he told him, thinking it would settle his mind. He was scared. He's always a scaredy cat. I assume he told me to show that he was not a scaredy cat, which he is. But together we went to look tried pushing on that stone. It didn't really budge for me. Not at first, at least.
Did something happen between you not pushing it and pushing it?
Well, I came back later and I used my shovel. I scratched it.
You did.
The stone there, yeah. But I saw the bones, and then I got kind of nervous, so I pushed it back.
Alright. Did you tell anybody else about this? About the bones? Were they hidden?
No, I wouldn't.
That's good. Glad to hear that, at least.
Yeah.
Did you make sure that the lid was sealed on top? I mean, you said it was hard before and you had to use a shovel, so
Yeah.
were you able to fully get it up there back again?
Yeah, it was sealed. It was just
You're
fine.
sure?
As far as I know, it was right back in the place that it was, minus that little bit of a scratch I put on it.
Do you think maybe the scratch could have broken it in some way? Where did you scratch it?
At the corner. You look at it from the pews, and it would be the back left corner.
Is it the corner on the lid or on the actual coffin?
On the coffin.
On the coffin.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I didn't break really nothing. It was just a scratch.
Of course not, yes. No. It's understandable. And you did nothing with the bones. You didn't tell anyone else. You didn't try to show them to somebody.
No.
Didn't murmur it in your sleep on accident to someone. Not that you would know that one, but
Well, no.
I wasn't quite as sure about that answer.
Look. I have a brother. His name's Jack. That's why I have this job. See, he's to take care of him. He's at the orphanage, and they don't feed him right.
Yeah.
He's always been so small. Sometimes he gets picked on, especially by this real mean girl. But, well, see, sometimes he has me tell him stories at night. I tuck him in. I suppose I might have mentioned it as just a fairy tale story. He's just a little lad. He's just like, well, he turned 6 this year.
Do you think he would believe that story though, fully, and maybe accidentally tell somebody else?
Well, so what's he believes it? He's just a boy. No one believe him.
I mean, that is true. Someone might though. Someone might think that's a real story.
Of course, I don't know. Well, I'd live myself if I knew that
Can I roll insight to see if he's telling the truth?
Yeah.
These dice suck. 6. Wow.
Yeah, as far as you know, I mean, he seems honest enough.
Next week, yes. Probably go to school.
Yeah, good. Well, thank you very much, Noblaj. I appreciate you talking with me. I just want to try and help find the bones for the father.
I want that too.
Yes, of course.
Oh, I hope I didn't. I hope no one.
If you didn't, and we find it, no one will ever know. We'll make sure that the
Oh,
secret is kept. Milvosh, it's all right. They will be found, and everything will be okay. Just focus on your job for now. We'll take care of the rest. Thank you for letting us know.
Right.
We appreciate it.
Yeah.
And if you can think of anything else, please let us know as soon as you can.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. I will. I promise.
Yes. And we can let everything else slide as long as we find them. All right?
Right.
All right. It's good speaking with you.
Yeah. Right. He goes and he sinks his shovel into the dirt, and you notice he kind of just stops there, just thinking. Continues to shovel up, but he's slower now.
We'll wait.
Okay.
Yeah.
The two of you, where do you go?
We're gonna head to the doctor's house now. We have to find these bones quick.
Okay.
Why? To get on his good side?
Well, now that we at least have an in about it, there is, yes, the fact that we get on the father's good side because we found them, but also the fact that we don't know if my vision will happen tonight.
Does your vision involve these bones?
I didn't see bones in the vision. All I saw was the church. I didn't see bones, right?
No.
Not from what I actually remember, yeah.
So why do you think these bones have that connection?
Well, I think they'll keep the church safe, if anything.
No, I don't know how much time we have.
What time is it?
It is roughly now 4.
We don't have a lot of time, and I know you have to be back at the church at 5:30. So I can continue to search until the actual wedding. If you need me for anything, I can be there, I guess. But I think
That's cool.
yeah, is it?
No, it's important. I should do that.
I will be there, but I'm going to search for as long as I can until the last second.
I understand. Let's go to Lady Vallaki.
We'll go there to relay the information.
Get
See.
the Anna lead and see what's going on, and we'll head back to the church.
Alright.
The two of you walk down the road through the center of Vallaki, and you head towards the Vokter house. Passing the Blue Water Inn, you take a left and then a right, and there you are staring at that old manor house, decrepit in so many ways, and in so many ways still a magnificent, beautiful house. You see someone, dark hair, plastered in a sharp, harsh line across his forehead. As he stares out, face turned from one of the windows, he sees you coming. You see him leave that window. And as you come up on the curb of that house, the door opens. You're expected.
Yes.
We are.
He opens the door for you.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
And you walk up those steps, and the moment you step in through the house, boys! You were right, just in time. Now hurry up, we're going shopping.
Why?
I'm sorry, did you ask me why? And congratulations, by the way. Don't think I've forgotten.
Thank you.
Yes, we're going shopping. You can't wear that. You're not hoping to, are you?
Nice.
It's all stained and
All right.
bloody and...
Adds character.
well, not for a wedding. I'm certain your fiancé will not agree. Are we ready?
I don't know if I have the time to go shopping.
Ernst, bring the carriage around. Thank you. Sorry, what?
Miss, I don't think I can go shopping. I'm on a mission for the father, actually. I have to help him with an errand.
Very well. Mordecai, come take his measurements. We'll have to fit him out. He's busy.
Lead.
Yes, of course. You see a man just kind of very gaunt in the face, blonde hair kind of down about his eyes. He's kind of hurries up to you. He's dressed quite well, but he has a little measuring tape that he goes and drapes over you, cinches it about your waist,
Alright.
and begins taking your measurements. And she turns to the two of you. Now, are we ready?
We are.
I guess
Certainly.
so.
I will talk to you later. I want to hear a little more about these ghosts. So.
Oh,
Well,
goody.
yes, carriage out back. Please, follow me. She goes and walks into the main foyer. Come, we haven't all day. And then she continues off towards the back. You see her step into a long hallway and you follow. Yes?
Yes.
Opening a door.
Good luck.
Good luck. She opens the door, and outside there's a small covered decklet that has a carriage pulled up alongside it. Ernst is out there in the rain with a leather kind of raincoat, pulled up over him. He's kind of snarling up at the sky as he goes and
What a guy.
pulls the reins over the horse, and then he hops up on the deck. Please, madame. She steps inside. Join me. She frills out her dress.
I'm reluctant.
And motions to the bench across from her. Very padded and cushioned, with all sorts of blues and purples and a velvet top. These luscious curtains as she smiles at Ernst and he closes the door, locks with a big well, I have to show you all the most wonderful places. Here we go.
Thank you.
Don't you worry, it's on me.
Oh.
Thank you very much.
And I must say, I just am so excited to be there.
What?
She continues, and
I
the cart,
Excuse me, what?
it begins
Wait.
rolling over the cobbled stones. You are kind of turned and spun about as Mordecai spins away with the tape measure in his hand. He goes and begins to reel it up as he walks away from you, whispering all about as he falls into the other room.
Thank you.
You're not even acknowledged as he walks away. You're left there standing at the front foyer of the house.
I would leave out the front door. I'm gonna start walking to the orphanage.
Okay. You do that, leaving the warmth. Stepping outside, you cross down into the cobbled streets, and you see a large black and mostly painted in the shimmering blue wagon. The paint's peeling, it's old, but at the same time very, very fanciful. As it comes reeling around the corner, the horses nearly run you over as you stop there in the road, and they continue out around the house, heading then towards the town center. You see your friend there in his kind of wet outfit, sodden blues, hair stuck down to his forehead in the drenched rain as you continue in the nicely heated carriage.
As it goes by.
The two of you hurry then towards the town square, and as you step down into that road, you make your way, following them closer towards the orphanage. Okay. We'll go to you then first at the orphanage.
Cool. Okay.
You step up to that large black door.
What
The
time
building
is it
so
roughly?
tall. It is roughly 4:30 now.
Okay.
You have an hour before you're supposed to
Get
be there,
to it.
and it takes you about 20 minutes to get across town.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. You step up to that large oak door.
I'm gonna knock on it first.
You do, and no one comes to answer.
I knock again, louder. Hello? Is anyone there?
After some time, you hear kind of like the scurrying of footsteps behind it, but then you don't hear anyone answer.
I open the door.
As you do, a child kind of falls back and kind of scurries then across the steps.
I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to startle you or anything.
He runs his foot just like across the wood floor and creeps and slides into another room, running away.
Alright. I'll just call out. Does anyone know where Jack is? Anyone hear a Jack?
Big Jack or Little Jack?
He's about 6. I don't know which one's big or little.
That's Little Jack.
Where is he then?
Little Jack! Little Jack! Cause he's down there.
He's on SoundCloud.
Like second door from the left, I don't know, one of them.
Oh, thank you.
The child goes back into the other room.
I'll go to the first door that I come across that you pointed at.
Yeah, you step into that.
Wait, what?
He's using a Ouija board.
Freaking Jack, stop!
Jack, no!
You step into that room, and you see a younger boy kind of sitting there crisscross on his bed, He's playing with something in his hands. You see other children kind of playing off in the corner, but this one, you recognize him. You've met him before. Jack. Yeah, you remember him now.
Oh, Jack.
He's a little boy.
Not that little boy.
Yes, sorry.
Not that one.
Why were you thinking of?
The sweetheart.
He was not a sweetheart. He deserved it. Jack, right?
He looks up at you, his eyes kind of brown, dark hair, his eyes swelling, just kind of with tears. Oh, yeah?
I just wanted to talk to you for a second. Is that all right?
Uh-huh.
Your big brother's Millfox, right? Are you okay?
Yeah?
You sure about that?
Yeah?
Okay. That's good. Did he tell you a story about these bones?
No?
Are you sure about that?
But he's not... he told me not to tell, so I can't...
I just wanted to hear it because I just talked to him about it. And I wanted to hear how you heard the story.
But he said no matter what, don't tell about it.
I just spoke with him though. He told me to ask you.
Roll for persuasion.
Does it count as a rest, dying?
No.
A short rest even?
Nope.
No chronal shift then. Alright, that's a 1.
Yeah, with the one he goes, no, I'm not supposed to say nothing about it.
Please, Jack, I need you to tell me about this. I need you to tell me the story. It's important. It's so I can find the bones.
No, I'm not supposed to say anything to anyone.
Jack, please. I don't want to have to hit a kid.
You'll make a bad sound.
You see him kind of like, he scoots back on the bed just a little bit. His posture is turning defensive.
Jack, please.
I'm not supposed to say anything. I wasn't supposed to say anything to anyone.
Did you tell anyone?
No.
You promise?
I'm not supposed to
Who did you tell, Jack?
lie. What?
That's right, you're not supposed to lie. So who did you tell?
Well, I didn't tell really. It was just kind of, it kind of just happened.
Alright, that's fine. Who did you tell? Who was it then? Who did it just happen with? I heard that as a kid on the night.
Well, it was just I just told, well, just some of the other kids.
Which kids? The ones in this room?
Maybe.
Anybody else?
I don't remember.
You sure you don't remember, or do you just not want to tell me?
I don't remember though, actually.
You sure, Jack?
No.
I need you to tell. Jack, I need you to tell me every single person that you told it to. I want you to try to use your brain as hard as you can. Try to figure it
I
out.
don't
Think.
know all of them.
All the kids in the orphanage. Did you tell all of them? Some of them?
Yes, no.
You told all of them.
How? I wouldn't tell all of them. They're not all my friends.
So you told all of your friends.
Well, some of them maybe I know.
You told all of your friends. Did you tell any adults? Maybe.
I don't see really any adults. I just see
Jack, you're not answering my question though.
There's just
Did
a
you
head.
tell anyone? Any adults?
No, not that I know.
Jack, I thought you were not supposed to lie.
I didn't tell anyone. I don't see any adults. I just see the headmistress Doris.
Did you tell Doris then?
I didn't tell Doris, but I don't know.
What don't you know though?
Well, someone else could have told Doris, but I didn't tell Doris.
Do you think one of your other friends told?
I don't know. Maybe it was a good story.
It is a very good story. All right, Jack. So you don't think any adults know?
I don't know.
You don't know. What if I asked some of your friends said? Do you think they would know who they told? If they
No.
told anyone? I'm gonna turn over to the kids. Hey, did you guys all hear Jack's story about the bones?
Bones? What bones?
A bone.
Like
bones that were-
skeletons?
Kind of, yeah.
There's lots of skeletons. Sometimes they come walking through town. It's true, Big Jack told me that.
Big Jack told you
Mhm.
that. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, he knows things. He's older than us.
How old is he?
He's like 14.
Oh, wow, he's very old, yes.
He's real big.
Yeah. If he's 14, he has to be.
Yeah.
But you guys didn't hear any bones from little Jack here?
I don't
Bones
know.
from a church?
He's always telling stories.
Not bones from a church? You don't remember that one?
Oh yeah, he's telling some fairy tale about how the church is protected by these bones and that like no monsters can go inside the church because it's protected by these bones and the bones protect everyone. Yeah. I don't believe him. It's a lie.
Gotcha. I see. You wouldn't have told anyone else then, though? Because you don't believe it? You don't think it's real? What's the point telling someone else?
I don't know, it's a stupid story. I didn't tell no one.
What about any of the rest of you? Did any of you guys tell anyone?
Listen, mister, we're trying to play a game.
Yeah, and you can go back to your game as soon as you answer my question.
I don't know, someone could have told anyone. Who cares? It's just a stupid story.
And what if it were real, though?
Whatever. They kind of turn around and they go back to playing their game. They got like some rocks that they're kind of rolling on the ground. They look like they're painted.
What game are you guys playing?
Roll the rock.
Well, how do you play?
Screw off, old man. Get out of here.
I go over and grab the rocks.
Oi, give those back. Mister, don't make me go get Big Jack. Fine, I'll tell Doris.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Will you? Think very carefully about going and getting Doris right now.
Roll for intimidation.
Yes, finally! Oh my gosh. That's a 14.
God, I'm excited. That was a 20.
He goes and he kind of just sits down. What?
Wait, that was a 16.
What do you want? Just
I want you to think very carefully. Did any of you tell about this story? Any adults, specifically?
I don't know. What's it? The redhead one. No, not Jezebel. The little one. Yeah, Carrie. Carrie's a little tattletale. She's always running to Doris about things. She probably said something.
Perfect. Was that so hard? Have your rocks back. I go over
They
to
go
Jack.
grab their rocks.
Thank you, Jack, for telling me about this. Bye.
He kind of just looks down and kind of lays down.
I walk out the door.
Just ruined that kid's day.
Well, they all ruined mine.
Meanwhile,
Kids are useless.
Oh, I think I mind.
I think I'm right. I think I'm right.
we cross town now, where the two of you step out of a carriage just behind Lady Voctor. She steps down, her hand daintily held by Ernst. As she steps inside underneath the covering of not the nicest establishment, but nicer than most, you see that it is a tailor's shop. There are mannequins on display with fine clothes, some of them older and sort of redressed, and then others, they look like maybe his own new handiwork. She steps in. Now, mind you, many of these things are experimental, so just follow me. Of course. She steps inside. Oh! Roddy, how are you? I'm quite well, miss. You come to buy something? Not just something. I'm here to buy everything. Okay, not everything. But I need a fine selection of clothes for a groom. Now tell me you do have something new, something fresh, a little bit different. He kind of looks.
She's so great.
This is the groom? Right then, I'll just take your measurements. When do you need this by? I can have something custom within the week. Oh, we'll need it by, what time is it?
4:30.
We'll need it in about an hour. An hour, miss? That is quite, the expectation. I'm sure you'll perform. Of course, miss. Just give me one moment, please. He goes back into the back room. He sort of pulls out this rack of clothes. Well, customs out. I have all sorts here, and I can hem them for you as need be, or more like pin it, because it's going to be quite quick. And how many more clothes you need? You said you buy a lot. Pick out something for this one here, please. Sure. You go through these, see the ones you like, and then I'll be right back. He goes and kind of steps into the back room there. You see this wide array of clothes on this rack that he's kind of wheeled out. They're all still kind of swaying, all sorts of different vibrant colors. And then at the end, there are a series of kind of blacks and browns and grays.
Do you need help, brother?
No, not much for style.
Let me look. I'm gonna help him look for it.
Okay.
If I can.
As you're looking through, Lady Voctor kind of goes and stands there at the back. Find something you like now, and please help your brother. And she goes and kind of steps in the back. You go and you paw through them. You see all this, an array of colors. Is there a color you're looking for that you might stop at?
A brown.
Brown. Okay. You kind of go through them. You see a brown. It's a little bit older in fashion. Kind of a larger collar at the front of it, and there's a large kind of frilled shirt
And that was
hung underneath it. You continue on?
Yes, continue.
Okay. After a little bit, a dark blue. After a little bit, you do find one that you find rather nice, a very dark blue, so blue it's nearly black. You look at it, you pull it out. She goes, "Oh no, dear, don't you want something a little more colorful? Something, a yellow. A yellow would go well on him."
There it is.
He loves the darker colors. I think this would look
I
wonderful
think
on
the
him.
yellow's a great idea.
Hello, Amadeus.
Perhaps we accessorize, yes. Oh. She goes back in. I have these nice yellow. Oh, look at these ties. Aren't they wonderful? Oh, these handkerchiefs, yes. Oh, of course. Please. She goes and pulls out this rather nice silk kind of kerchief. Now, you might tuck this in as your pocket, or you might tie it around your neck, sort of an ascot. Yes.
A blue and yellow look wonderful. There you go.
Sure. Now, she tucks it in. Cufflinks, yes. And she kind of goes back into the other room. A moment later, she comes back with these very nice, they look silver, but as she pins them on you, you notice they're far too bright to be just silver. She goes, "Now, I'm sure these will cost me a pretty penny, but I don't want you to worry about it." She pins them on. You do know what these are, don't you?
Yes.
Platinum, dear. Yes.
Are you sure this is not too much?
For you, no, certainly not. She goes back into the other room. The man kind of comes out, like pushing the car. She goes, no, all wrong. What about that one there? She goes in and pulls out this dress. It's a very like velvety kind of green. It kind of changes colors as she pulls it out. And you look at it in the light. It kind of goes from a bright to a very dark forest green. When she pulls it out. do you think?
If you
I hate.
You
okay.
don't like it?
I hate. I'll finish.
Well, you can certainly try it on.
No. If you don't like it, something else.
Oh, certainly. She looks back at you. Well, she thinks through different things. Do you have a preference?
No.
She goes back in there. Now, how about this? She pulls it out. It's another blue. It matches. It matches. See, it matches. And, oh, mind you, we can find the nice, finest gold jewelry. It would match just perfectly with this little. Oh, yes, yes.
Sure.
You don't like it.
It looks nice. I don't know.
yeah.
It looks nice.
Well, she goes back. After a moment, she comes back out, two in hand. Okay, now, I know it's another green, and I wasn't sure if you liked the green or not. And this one here is a turquoise.
How about I just try them and you decide?
Certainly. Yes.
You can try them on.
Please, there's a dressing room back there. She goes and tucks them back. She hangs them up. I'll search some more. She goes back and looks again. As you go and you look towards that dressing room, you see there's kind of a wall mirror there. As you're kind of fiddling with your handcuffs, you kind of look up and you see your sister as she is just about to kind of close the curtain. You're looking at yourself in the mirror, and as you close that curtain behind you, your face is kind of soiled. You've been out and about, your hair a little bit frizzed, but there's something odd in your reflection as your hair doesn't look right. You go and you begin to play with it. It's been some time since you've tried to upkeep it or even look in a mirror, but as you look again, you keep on trying to push this one hair back behind your ear, and you notice that it's shorter than it should be. You look at it. You don't remember. Perhaps something cut it. Maybe in that fight you had earlier. But your hair is clearly cut. A lock of it is missing. Just you know, and you try and tuck it back in, settle yourself, and get dressed. What dress would you like to try first?
What were the colors?
Turquoise and then a green.
The green.
Okay. Yeah, you try on that green, and you're not really liking it.
Okay.
Yeah, you're looking at it, and it doesn't fit quite right. It's a little bit too body. There's a kind of a very large bow at the front of it. It's just not.
Okay. Change.
Yeah.
To the other.
As you try the other one, you find it very slimming, and at the same time, it's modest. You appreciate that. It's not too gaudy, but as she's clearly given it to you, you must think, oh, well, this might fit for this town and this area. Maybe this one would look nice.
Okay, so can I step out?
Oh, dear, that just. Well, what do you think?
Do you like it?
Yes, very much.
I do like this one.
Okay, well, with turquoise, ooh, jewelry. Well, let's see. She goes back and begins to fiddle.
Come on now.
Do you like a rose gold, a copper, or I love gold. Silver though. Silver's nice with turquoise. That would look nice. What do you think?
Isn't this enough? I don't want to.
Dear, I must insist.
Well, what do you think looks best with this color?
She holds it up. Well, I like the gold. Yes, the gold. Yes, white gold. Oh, it's so beautiful. She goes and puts a necklace on you. She goes and grabs a brooch for your hair. I'll fix you up. Don't you worry. Just hold this for now. Yes. She kind of goes and turns and look at you. Shoes. She goes and picks up a pair. These will do as she's outfitting you. Do you like them? I don't care. Do you like them?
They look nice. I think they match. They match her well.
Yes, the kind of reddish, Guess just a little bit of rich leather.
Yes, I think they fit him really well.
Okay, so we have not much time. I will pay for this. You go ahead, hop in the carriage, back to my place. They will manage this.
Okay.
Yes, and I'll pick up something for your friend as well. Don't you worry. He seems to
Thank
like
you.
the blues. Well, yes. Okay, off then. Scurry. She goes and pulls out her little pocket purse. You see her go back. I'm ready now.
Nice. You look nice.
Okay, but off we go.
Yeah.
You step back into that carriage, and a moment later, she follows you as you go wheeling back through town towards Doctor House. You are looking for someone. You step out into the hallway there, and you see most of the kids are kind of in their own rooms. What do you do?
So they said Carrie was the little girl. She might have told Doris. I'll go to Carrie then. I want to try to find her.
Okay. After a moment of looking around, you eventually do find a little redhead girl. She has her hair tied up in thick knots, less than braids, kind of down the side of her, to her shoulders.
Hi there. What's your name?
Carrie,
Hi, Carrie. My name's Rillirn. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
I was wondering, I'm kind of asking around, did you hear a story about bones at the church? From Little Jack, I believe.
Has
it
he
is?
been gossiping again? I'll tell Miss Doris right now.
He hasn't been. I'm just checking in on him, trying to make sure that he's okay.
I think
Did
he's
he-
fine, yeah.
Did he tell you the story though
Yeah, he's
too?
always telling stories.
Is he
He's a
really?
little liar, he is.
Oh.
Yeah.
What other kinds of stories has he told?
I don't know, he tells lots of stories about bats as big as houses. I don't like that one's dumb. He also tells things like, well, the one about the werewolf turned out to be true. We saw him at the cage, remember? Were you there at the festival?
I was, yes, I do remember that.
Yeah, so that was kind of scary, and that one was true. But most of them are lies.
Yeah. How do you know they're lies? You just know.
I know when
You know?
he's telling lies, yes.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Did you tell Doris about his story about the bones then?
Probably.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm just trying to follow it, just to see how
Why?
far it
It's
goes.
just a stupid story.
I know, but I'm very curious. I want to see if it's real in any way.
Alright. Well, yeah, maybe I told him.
Did you tell him?
Probably, I don't know.
Okay,
I don't remember.
that's fine. Even a maybe is good enough for me. I can go and ask her then and find out. Thank you very much.
Okay, you're welcome.
I'm gonna go try to find Doris. Just
Yeah.
Make sure that was true.
You kind of go back where you believe her room to be, and you knock on the door.
Yeah, I'll just knock on the door.
Yeah, after some. There's no real answer. You knock again, and no one comes to the door.
I call her name too. Doris, can I speak with you for just a moment?
No one comes.
I open the door. I'm just gonna straight up open the door.
Okay. Yeah, you open that door there. Inside, you do see the room. All its furniture is kind of this ebony black, lacquered and polished. The bed perfectly laid out, and there on the nightstand, there are a series of books kind of stacked up.
No Doris though.
No doors.
I'd like to check out the books. What are the books that are sitting there?
Yeah, you see a physician's guide to healing magic, lying there kind of with a bookmark half slid out. Underneath that, you pick it up and you see another tome, Dark Magic for the Dark World. And then you see the final tome there. It's unlabeled, but after a moment of perusing it, think it has to do with some sort of herbalism and magic, and from what you're getting from the little bit that you've read, it's hogwash.
I'd like to take those first 2 books.
Okay.
And then I'm just gonna leave because obviously she's not here. I'm gonna go back to Voctor House to see if she's there because I'm not there associated.
Okay. We will go to Voctor House. But first, we will take a break.
Pull the dips out.
Woo!
If I'm
Pull the dip.
The dip, let's go!